In the forgotten corners of the forest, where moss covers ancient stones and the wind hums lullabies through the trees, strange tales are whispered. Tales of creatures unlike any you've ever seen. But among all the legends, one stands out, the story of a tiny mouse with a golden tooth. Many years ago, near the roots of a giant oak tree older than time, a pair of mice lived quietly in a small, warm burrow. Life was simple. Days were filled with foraging, dodging hungry owls, and raising their little ones. One stormy night, their youngest baby was born, but when the mother leaned in to clean him, she gasped. There, in his tiny mouth, was a tooth. Not white, not gray, but shimmering gold. The storm outside roared louder. The father stared in silence. A golden tooth. That can't be right. But it was. Smooth, perfect, and glowing like sunlight on water. They named him Timo and decided to keep his secret hidden. But the forest, as always, had ears. When Timo was still young, he wandered outside. A sunbeam struck his smile, and a bird flying above nearly dropped its acorn in shock. Word spread faster than fire. The golden-toothed mouse exists. Luck. Magic. A gift from the spirits. At first, animals came just to see. Then, they started asking. A rabbit with dying crops begged Timo to sit in her garden. The next day, her vegetables burst from the soil like magic. A fox with a limp asked for a smile. He claimed his paw stopped hurting. Even the bees buzzed near him, as if drawn to the light of his tooth. Timo didn't know what to think. Was he truly magical? Was this who he was meant to be? But with each passing day, more animals came, some desperate, some greedy. Some offered gifts, nuts, flowers, berries. Others made demands. You must bless my den. Smile over my eggs. My mate is sick, fix it. Timo grew tired. He wasn't playing or laughing, just smiling. Smiling for others. His parents, proud but worried, told him to rest, but it was too late. The Lion King had heard of him. One afternoon, a great shadow fell over the burrow. Two golden eagles landed. The king summons the mouse with the golden tooth. Timo was taken to the Golden Peak Palace, carved into the cliffs above the forest. He was given a velvet bed, fruits from distant lands, even a servant, a nervous turtle named Bolo. You are the forest's treasure now, said the lion. Your tooth shall be the symbol of my eternal reign. Timo lived in luxury, but it felt like a cage. The palace was cold. Every day, animals lined up in silence, waiting for his golden smile. Smile. Come, mouse. Smile for the kingdom. At night, Timo would stare at the stars from his balcony and whisper, "Is this who I really am? Just a tooth." He missed the scent of wet leaves, the taste of breadcrumbs, the rustling of his old burrow. He missed being a child, not a symbol. One night, under a sky filled with silver clouds, Timo made his decision. He tiptoed through the palace garden until he reached the oldest tree in the mountain. Its roots twisted like ancient fingers. There, with trembling paws, he gripped his tooth. It hurt, but slowly. He pulled. With a soft cry and a final flash of light, The golden tooth came free. Timo dug into the soil with all his strength and buried it beneath the tree's roots. Then he turned, without a sound, and disappeared into the forest. By morning, the palace was in chaos. The mouse is gone. The tooth is missing. The lion roared for days. Search parties were sent. But Timo had vanished like mist in the morning sun. He returned to the forest, not as a legend, but as himself. No longer glowing. No longer followed. And for the first time in his life, he felt peace. He built a new burrow beneath a quiet fern, surrounded by wildflowers. Sometimes he'd still smiled, and though it lacked gold, it was full of joy. And as for the golden tooth, they say the tree under which it lies now glows faintly at night. And if you listen closely, you can hear the earth whisper, "True gold is the freedom to be yourself." And that, dear listener, is the tale of the mouse with the golden tooth, a story not just about magic, but about courage, choice, and the quiet power of a simple life. If this story touched your heart,